Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Pallas in the 11th house in a natal chart. Now, Pallas in astrology can be connected with how one may resolve dilemmas or issues. And since we're talking about the 11th house, this could be a person that may solve their dilemmas or issues with. It could be with the assistance of social media. It could be through social networking with the help of one's friends. They may be very adept at solving problems with their friends or even with acquaintances, and may be able to do better doing these things, solving these issues more in group related situations. If the person has stepchildren, if applicable, then those people may be beneficial to them, or this could be somebody that could be proficient in solving problems that are connected with one's stepchildren, perhaps if the person does have stepchildren. This could be, I mean, if it's Scorpio, say if Pallas in Scorpio in 11th house, it could be somebody that could be good at resolving issues maybe of a psychological nature that can be connected with the stepchild or friend. And this could also be, these issues may be resolved, people that have this placement may be good at solving issues, perhaps with help from people that they know in groups, clubs, or organizations. Now, Pallas in astrology can also be connected with the perceived connection that one may have with their dad or father. And given that we're talking about the 11th house, this could be a connection where people may say, people that have this placement may see the connection with the father more of a friendship than anything, but one that may have included a lot of selflessness in it, and but there might have been some emotion, might be some emotional detachment in connection with it, since we're talking about the 11th house of Aquarius. Now, of course, if you have, like, say, Pallas in the zodiac sign Cancer or Pisces, that could modify things a little, because Cancer and Pisces is more compassionate energy. Cancer is very sympathetic and nurturing, and you have Pisces, which could be very compassionate, more altruistic. So you understand what I'm saying. You got to look at the whole picture when you're looking at, delineating things in astrology. And also, too, it might be one where maybe the relationship was one where you may or is one where you do a lot of things that of a humanitarian nature as well. So anyway, well, Pallas in astrology can also be connected with legalities and legal issues. Now, given that this is the 11th house, the person may become embroiled in some legal matters that may and might involve their friends. It could strongly impact one's future more so than the average. I mean, if this is a legal matter, say, that is connected, with some criminal activity, it might, if it affects the person's background, of course, this could impact the person's future strongly. It might be legal issues that might involve one's stepchildren. If applicable, let's say if this is an Aries, for example, it could be one's issues that might be more connected with a combative or acrimonious situation that may involve a friend, a stepchild, or an acquaintance. It could also be something that legal issues might involve some group or club or organization in some cases, and it might also strongly impact the person's goals and aspirations. Now, Pallas in astrology can also be connected with disputes. Now, given this is the 11th house, it might be some arguments you may get embroiled in over humanitarianism. It might be being benevolent, being humanitarian. Maybe you're showing that energy toward the wrong people. You might have people in your life, in your sphere, that might not agree with this. It could be somebody that has a number of contentious situations more on social media. This could be a person that might get involved with more arguments with friends and acquaintances than the average person. And it might also be some issues. You may be dealing with some disputes that are connected with your goals or your aspirations. I mean, say if you have Pallas in the zodiac sign Cancer in your 11th house, this could be a person that might become embroiled in arguments, could be with family members or people you feel close to home with over your aspirations, over your goals. So anyway, now, Pallas in astrology can also be connected with the attention one may put on concepts. And the thing about this is, given that this is the 11th house, it could be a person that puts a lot of attention and focus on concepts associated with the future. It could be things that are innovative, or even astrology or astronomy, and also concepts, ideas associated with friends. This could be a person that may enjoy collaborating with friends or acquaintances on ideas and concepts. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. Say if you have this in Aquarius, this could be a person that might have attention on ideas, on concepts that are very innovative, that are connected with the future. Say in Gemini, it could be something with like transportation that could be very innovative and futuristic, such as flying cars or those autonomous vehicles, those self-driving vehicles I believe they're starting to make. So anyway, well, next thing up, as far as Pallas in the 11th house goes, this could also be connected with debilitations that may be attributed to an immune system that may be diminished or depleted. Now, given that this is the 11th house, this might strongly affect people that are in group activities, or maybe your time on social media. It could strongly impact your situation, perhaps with stepchildren, with friends, with acquaintances, and also going after your goals and your aspirations. I mean, if you have, let's say you have this in Capricorn in your natal chart, and you say you have some issues with your bones or your joints, your hamstrings, your knees, that may be attributed to a depleted or diminished immune system. That could obviously affect goals and aspirations, which of course cover a wide divergence of things. Now, another thing too, looking at this, is that when you're talking about Pallas in astrology, it could also be associated with art. Now, this could be a person that could be enamored with art that you may do maybe with friends in group related situations. It could be art that could be connected with the future, that might be showing the innovations that you may see in the future. It could also be, if you have stepchildren, if applicable, you might enjoy doing artwork that is associated with them. So those are some ways, of course, that this could manifest, this could pan out. It could also be, also too, when you're looking at Pallas in astrology, it can be associated with tough choices that one may have to make in conjunction with one's relationships that are male. It doesn't necessarily, I don't think it necessarily means that it has to be a significant other or romantic partner that is a male, but it could simply be a male that plays a dominant role in your life scheme. Now, this could be somebody that makes these choices perhaps through friends or acquaintances, people they know through social networking, through social network. It could be done in group-related situations. The decisions one may make in what I just described may have to do maybe with friendships. It could be something where maybe if a person is inhibiting you in terms of your friendships, and you might choose to make lessen the time with that person compared to another a dominant male in your life scheme, or maybe there's a person that's a dominant male figure in your life that might be inhibiting you in terms of your goals and aspirations, and it might be their decision may be made connected with that. So those are some ways that could pan out. So anyway, now another thing too, and it could be done through internet searches too, if you're trying to do like a background check on someone, because the 11th house, it is associated with social media, social networking, so it would be safe to surmise that it can be connected with the internet as well, with computers. So anyway, well, another thing too is that you're looking at this as well. As far as Pallas in astrology can go, It could also be associated with the strategy one may use or employ to traverse uncharted territory. That could be, and given that this is, you're talking about the 11th house in astrology, this could be associated with maybe going to a place that where you feel you could connect with friends, acquaintances, make friends. It could be where you feel it's an environment that could be conducive to groups. I mean, say if it's in Sagittarius, it might be, you might want to go, you might be favoring an environment, uncharted territory. Your strategy may be connected with going to a place that has like some workout venue or something with sports related or outdoor groups. This could also be, and also a place where you feel might be very friendly and jovial as well. Now, also, Pallas in astrology can be associated with patterns. Now, this could be a person that could be very astute in the understanding of patterns in group situations, in people attaining their goals, their aspirations. It could be patterns associated with stepchildren. So those are, and I mean, let's say this is in Capricorn. This could be a person that could have a good understanding of patterns that are associated with people's career goals and aspirations, and what is attained, patterns in terms of, percentage of attaining certain goals or what have you. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment, and until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.